Cloudy skies for today on our downtown sky cam. We don't have the gorgeous summer sun overhead. We've had clouds all morning, and even as we go into the afternoon, a look like this not going to change very much at all. And I know this isn't a great setup considering this is our first day that we are losing daylight, but we're not losing that much. We'll talk about that. Hoping to see some sun today, maybe a couple of moments here or there, but you can kind of see we're into those gray conditions. And for the afternoon, yeah, there's some sun here and there, but overall we are going to find just mostly cloudy skies. And this is also going to stall temperatures to be below average for today and cooler than the summer-like conditions that we had yesterday. Highs, because of the cloud cover, forecasted to be just into the upper 70s, so falling short of the 80s. They're going to be keeping us cool, mostly cloudy skies. Not a lot of sunglasses weather in today's forecast. We still have northeasterly winds, and at times you're going to notice that breeze picking up. We'll have that around 5 to 15 miles per hour for today. That sunset, though, still after the 9 o'clock hour, so it is still going to be late for those who are maybe looking forward to some of those earlier sunsets, making it a little bit easier to get to bed on time. Well, those days will soon be coming because we're going to find it's a little bit, well, downhill here as we go as the amount of daylight. Yesterday, we had 15 hours and 16 minutes of daylight. It was the longest day of the year, according to the light. And today, I know when we're saying losing daylight, it's just a lot to process. I know for me mentally, I'm happy to see we're only losing 1 second of daylight today. So many of us are not even going to notice much of a difference. But as the summer continues on and those sunsets become a little bit closer again to 9 o'clock, or even before then, that's when you're going to notice it. You're going to find in August, the end of summer, August 31st, meteorological summer that is, you're going to find that we are losing 2 minutes and 39 seconds of daylight on that date. But as we go into September, you notice a little more of a drop. We lose 2 minutes and 46 seconds each day from September 20th through September 28th. So over a week that we are losing about 2 minutes and 45 seconds of daylight, and that is going to quickly allow those sunset times becoming closer. That sunrise also a little bit later into our morning, but that's kind of the most that we will lose in a day, that 2 minutes and 46 seconds. After that, then we lose littler amounts, getting us closer to the winter equinox that is going to be December 22nd. That day we will lose less than 1 second. Less than 1 second. It's only a little bit. And then we'll start to turn that corner and once again see that daylight growing. Now, as far as the mornings, kind of getting you started in the day, you're going to find that, well, we're losing about 1 hour and 22 minutes as far as daylight in our mornings going into the next 3 to 4 months. Today, the sunrise was just before the 6 o'clock hour, and in a month from now, we're going to see that around 6:18. As we get a little bit deeper into summer, getting close to the start of school, you can see it's only about 10 minutes until that 7 o'clock hour for sunrise. And then even by September 22nd, sun's coming up at 7:21 a.m. So from today all the way through September 22nd, that's how we're coming up with that 1 hour and 22 minutes. That's how much daylight we are going to lose in our morning. But today with the cloudy skies, it kind of feels like we're losing extra daylight. We just don't have that sun. And you're probably saying, hey, there's some green on radar. We have a lot of dry air that's still in place, but maybe some of us will pick up a few isolated showers. But we do have some rainy days that are coming in our forecast. Though the hourly conditions just show the clouds, if you tap on that daily tab in the bottom of the app, that's when you're going to see some rain chances coming our way. You're going to want to download the app on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store. All you got to search is WTOL 11 weather, and you'll get updates on our forecasts going forward. Now, as far as getting the mower out, today you're okay to do it. It's kind of the last chance before the forecast gets a little unsettled for us. So you have the green mower today. I'm saying nah on Friday just because we're going to see some of that rainfall a little bit earlier in the day. So then you might have wet grass later on as we'll have some scattered showers. Now, some folks, the reason that it's yellow may not pick up much, if any, rain for tomorrow. It's going to be very scattered that we have our water moving in. And then Saturday, it's an isolated chance. So I did give you the green mower, but I do still want you to check the app before you head out there and start push mowing or riding along. And as we go into Sunday, probably not. We're going to be watching for some rain later in the day, bringing some showers and thunderstorms into northwest Ohio. But let's just first talk about the Friday rain. Today we have the clouds kind of setting the stage, though they are not carrying much as far as rainfall for us in our forecast. They are, though, keeping the conditions a little bit on the cooler side for those summer feelings. But you're going to find that our rain actually pushes in from the east instead of coming in from the west southwest. That's kind of our normal around here. But we have a low pressure system that's kind of swinging and pushing that rain in from the east. It's going to be bringing us a few showers, but not for everybody. You're going to see it's kind of, well, a little bit of a wide stretch between the blotch of green here and a blotch of green there, and the coverage even around dinner time Friday night, it's not very wide here on the map. So the green going to be, well, a little bit hit or miss, meaning that rain going to be a little bit hit or miss. So that's also going to hurt those rain totals. I know we're trying to catch up. An inch and a quarter a week, that would be fantastic for our local farmers. And you're going to find the best chance is kind of east of 75 as we have the rain coming in from the east. But hopefully maybe some of us can pick up some healthier amounts of rainfall. So we'll be keeping an eye to that as we go through the weekend. But also, since we are talking about rain, I want to give you an update on the algal bloom forecast this year. Because we haven't had much going on as far as runoff, we haven't seen a lot of water. We're still forecasting that bloom to be around a 3 to a 6. So that's going to kind of add up here. Here's your 6 line and here's your 3 line. So it looks like we're going to be pretty comparable, maybe a little bit below last year, but a little bit more like what we experienced back in 2021. Now, this is all kind of dependent on the rainfall that we pick up. Low pressure systems, wind, they can really be a driver of it. And this photo is a little bit old, but you're going to find in Sandusky Bay that we do have a little bit of a bloom already starting. The water, though, doesn't get a lot of movement and a lot of mixing, so that's why we are seeing that bloom kind of continuing on for us. But we will be watching the forecast as we go through the last couple of days here in June and into July. Those are going to be some peak times for as far as the bloom and what that means as far as the rain and then the runoff. So keep in mind with that. Of course, we're going to continue to have updates here on WTOL 11 for the algal bloom forecast as that season gets closer. So make sure you stay updated here and also on the WTOL 11 weather app. Now, with the cloudy conditions today, that high of 79 will kind of duplicate itself for tomorrow when we're watching for some scattered showers in the forecast Friday. High still into the 70s, but some weekend heat. Saturday and Sunday, we're talking mid to upper 80s, and then we have 91 by Sunday. That's when we're going to be watching for some afternoon showers and storms, so we'll be keeping an eye to Sunday. And also Monday, as we still have that system circulating around, holding those highs into the 70s to start the week to go along with the wet weather. You can see the rain kind of keeps us down on the cooler side of summer. But then here comes the heat. We have mid to upper 80s to wrap up this 10-day forecast. You'll find dry weather, partly cloudy skies. And overall, though, finally some rain in the forecast. So make sure you stay updated here and on the WTOL 11 weather app for the latest.